Hi everyone, this is Jessica L'Whor here, and I'm here with Ask a L'Whor. This is my 9th video for YouTube, and I am sitting here in my drag lab, which is just a room in the basement. As you can tell, I need to fix a couple things before I get to, when I get to the gig tonight, so please excuse the off-centered brows. I'll just tilt my head a little bit this way for you. Like I said, this is my 9th video. I'm sitting here getting ready to head to Denver for Drag Nation, which is cartoon themed. So I'm going to be cosplaying Shigo from Kim Possible with my own little twist on it. So I'm fixing a couple things when I get there, and it's going to be a really great show. If you need those last minute $10 meet and greet tickets, you won't see this video in time anyway. But for next month, you let me know. You've all been great about commenting and viewing my videos, sharing them too, so some of you shout out to people that have been helping me out, share my YouTube channel a little bit more. Continue to subscribe and comment and try and stump me. Moving right along into questions. The first question I have is, what historical figure, dead or alive, would you like to meet, and what would you talk to them about? I honestly had no idea who the hell I would bring back from the dead. If I were to have to pick somebody, I'd probably pick the dude that played Severus Snape, and I would, because he's kind of cool and he has a fun voice, and that's the first person that comes to mind, and I would talk to them about their experience playing a variety of characters and get their insight. That's the best answer I can do for you right now. Then, sorry. The next question is, if you were forced to be stuck in a dark, musty, cavernous anus for a week, whose anus would you choose and why? I would choose Paula Deen's anus. I don't know, she's from the South, she cooks really good. I'm sure the shit that goes on literally and figuratively down there, I wouldn't mind being in Paula Deen's anus. I bet you she's pretty regular. Yeah, I don't think I'd mind it. Paula Deen is my go-to girl when it comes to living in a cavernous, musty anus. Paula Deen is my bitch right there. So shout out to Paula Deen. Why would I choose her? Like I said, I just think a lot of exciting things happen in her anal cavity. I'll just leave it at that. Next question. Marry, fuck, kill, Rogue, Storm, and Phoenix. I would definitely marry Storm because I think of Halle Berry for Storm, and oh my god, she's so gorgeous. I would marry Storm. I would fuck Phoenix because can you imagine how crazy the sex would be to fuck Phoenix? Oh dear lord, it would be very exciting. And I would kill Rogue because who the fuck gives a shit about Rogue, to be honest with you? For those of you that really love and enjoy Rogue, sorry about it. No, I'd kill her. It'd be hard to, though, but I would try. Next question is, does drag pay much? And would a queen make a lot more if they were on RuPaul's Drag Race? Drag slowly becomes a better paying job the longer that you've been in the business. I've always been a follower and a believer of do what you love and the money will follow. And it's been very successful. Drag can range anywhere from a free show where you're just doing it for tips. Sometimes even the tips are being donated to the fundraiser most of the time, or the cause that you're doing the show for, and it can range to be anywhere from being paid $150 for the gig or more, just depending on who you are working for and what you're doing and how many numbers. Some queens do it per number, some queens do it per hour, some people do it for the show and what they offer, and so it really depends. Queens make a hell of a lot more if they are very, very well known and or they are on RuPaul's Drag Race. Queens make sometimes 10 times as much or more than a local queen would in Denver, in my opinion. Really depends on how your popularity was on the show, how people perceive you, how relevant your season was in terms of booking, who's booking you, what your rate is, and what your per diem and what your expectations are as a booked queen, and so that's really what it comes down to. But yes, they make a lot more money. The next question I have is, do you have a favorite sexual position? I actually love sex too much. I'm a whore, but I'm so reserved and conservative that I like I'm kind of a prude, but I really enjoy sexual conversation, but I'm kind of a prude when it comes to people. Like I don't hook up and shit like that. I can't do it. But my favorite sexual position when I'm bottoming is either on my back or up against the wall or in a chair or the counter bent over. When I top, and I guess that's when I'm like in the middle of sex. Like to ease it into, I like to just slowly ride and get comfortable in my surroundings. When it comes to topping, because I'm versatile, when it comes to topping, I prefer good old missionary position. I just think it's the perfect mixture when you have a partner of like what you're able to do. It's nice and easy. I don't get too crazy when I top. I'm not a dominant top. Sorry about it. But yeah, those are my favorite sexual positions. I'm doing very well, so I'm going to do one more question. Since you mentioned art/artist in your last video, do you have a favorite artist or artwork like Picasso or the Sistine Chapel? I don't really have a favorite artist or anything like that. I love museums and I love sculptures and I love paintings. I don't have somebody that comes to mind that I'm in love with, but I really do enjoy the casual stroll through a museum or just on Instagram of people in their drawings, and I really admire people that are able to create something out of thin air or use weird objects to create something using spray paint or other liquids or just random dyes, and they create this masterpiece. People that do 3D chalk art, I think, is phenomenal. But I don't have anybody that I necessarily follow. When it comes to makeup, I follow people. But that, like I was saying, like drag makeup and what you do doesn't necessarily make you a makeup artist, but you are artistic with art, in my opinion. Those are really great questions. I still have questions that I'm going to answer for the rest of this week. My queen shout out for today is going to be... Who should be my queen shout out today? My queen shout out is going to be... Who am I going to see tonight? I'm going to see Miss Mariah Spanik. I love Miss Mariah Spanik. She is another example, kind of like with Kiana, that naturally progressed into a better friendship and relationship. She's somebody that I admired from afar and kind of watched her drag and really looked up to her drag, but I never introduced myself or met her. When we started getting more bookings, there was a lot of just fun conversation. She is such a positive person, and she's somebody that is willing to help anybody and teach them anything or fix something or just give you advice out of nowhere. She's somebody that she's well respected in the drag community. Here in Denver, she's very, very well known as well. Miss Mariah and I have had quite a few good times. She likes to harass me for not padding, and when I'm a boy, and slap my butt really hard all the damn time, and that's probably my only negative about her, because she usually has nails on, or she usually just goes really ham on my butt cheek, and when I do it back, she just does it worse to me the next time, so I can't do that either. Otherwise, I really do love her, and I think that she's a staple in the drag community. She's somebody that truly tries to get to know everybody and doesn't really judge people's drags and what they're doing, but does offer improvement and solutions to anybody that's willing to listen. So shout out to you, Mariah. Love you to death, and I will see you later tonight. A lot of great questions. Keep subscribing to my YouTube channel. Share this video. Ask any kind of questions that you'd like. Like I said, I'll answer anything. I got a couple weird ones today, which I love. Find me on Facebook. Like my page. Add me as a friend if you're able to. Find me on Instagram at @the_l.whor, WHOR. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye!